YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be my very first makeup tutorial in a very long time because I always talk myself out of making makeup tutorials. Today we're going to do this look that you see. If you guys want to see how I got this look, then keep watching. So thumbs up for my Chick-fil-A sauce nails. The first thing I'm going to use is my Mario Badescu moisturizer, and I'm going to rub that in. I like to put my moisturizer on about 10 minutes before foundation, so until then I'm going to move into my eyes. And I'm going to use the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette, and I'm using the color brown because clearly I'm basic as fuck. So a long time ago I bought these brushes to make videos with because they were pretty. But honestly, actually using them, they are not so great. So next I'm going to use the Royal Fairs palette by BH Cosmetics. Of course I'm going to use the brown. So my go-to when I put makeup on is like my browns and my earthy colors. I really don't wear no other color when it comes to makeup, hence this whole palette being untouched. So honestly, I've been shying away from making makeup tutorials because they're so hard to make, but I realized that I was shying away from making them because they're hard. So I said to myself, let me go ahead and stop being a little puss and go ahead and challenge myself. Alright, so next I'm going to go on with the NYX Matte Liquid Eyeliner, and they used to be really popular at one point. I don't know if they still are, but I was in Ulta and I was like, dang, I haven't seen that forever, so I bought it. And after that I'm just going to go ahead and pop on my eyelashes. So I'm just going to take the brown from the Juvia's palette and I'm going to go under my eye. Anybody who actually like makeup tutorials, like my hat goes off because it's literally one of the hardest things to make. Like a makeup tutorial is so hard to make, and I feel like a lot of people want to do YouTube to make makeup tutorials, but they don't realize how much work goes into making making the makeup tutorial. I feel like a lot of times people watch YouTube in general and just think that you just kind of sit in front of the camera and record, when really the stuff you gotta do to prepare to make a video. Let me tell y'all what the hardest thing for me is to do when I record is to literally find a shirt. Like, it seems so simple and it seems so crazy when I say that out loud, and like those are the little things that, like, when you're making a YouTube video, that I feel like people kind of don't think about. And then on top of that, you have to talk. It's like you gotta multitask when you make a video. You gotta know the look you're gonna wear. You gotta know what tools you're gonna use. You gotta talk while you're doing it. You have to go through, get the makeup done, and while you're talking, which is the hardest thing to do. Like right now I'm talking but not doing anything because I can't talk and do that all at once. I feel like if you have like a team of people, like, that's a different story. Like if I had a team of people that could help me, you know, make a tutorial, then that would be totally different. But just to make one on your own is like, I feel like it is a team job, and when people do it on their own, it's like, it's a big thing, at least to me. My favorite part of makeup anyways is like foundation. Like, I feel like I don't really do too much to my eyes ever, and I feel like when I watch makeup tutorials, that's mainly what people kind of focus on, is their eyes, and I really never do much to my eyes. I'm a face girl. Like, I really like the foundation portion of makeup and tutorials. Like if I watch a makeup tutorial myself, I literally just skip straight to foundation. I just want to see like how people do their skin, and that's what I enjoy looking at. But like I said to myself, like literally the only reason that I'm not making makeup tutorials or posting makeup tutorials is because I find it challenging and it's hard, and that means that I need to do it, and I need to do it often so that then it becomes easy, like I've accomplished making a makeup tutorial. way back when I first made my YouTube channel, that was what I wanted to do, was like makeup, hair, beauty stuff, you know. I kind of shied away from it now because of how much technology people are using to make makeup tutorials, and then when I kind of compare, it's just like my makeup tutorials be weak as fuck. So I just feel like I talk myself out of actually posting a makeup tutorial. So I think that I am going to start making makeup tutorials more often, in hair stuff and just stuff that I enjoy making versus what my channel kind of grew from. So I'm going to use this Wet n Wild foundation. I think these are like $3 at the drugstore. I always buy them just to be able to mix them with other stuff. So I'm just gonna mix it with my concealer, because I normally use my Becca concealer, but I don't know where that's at. I've been looking for that for the longest, and I'm not even going to sit here and act like I know where it is, because I don't. And then I'm gonna go with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. Ugh, I couldn't get that out. So when I'm putting on my concealer, I just kind of focus on brightening versus going with the trend, which is, y'all know the trend, how people put makeup on. You just kind of put it all under, here, here, contour, you know, like that whole thing. You can see how it's kind of dark and all on the side of my nose there. So that's what I'm focusing on, kind of creating coverage in that area. I'm going to use my Real Techniques sponge, and I'm just gonna blend out the outside of where I just put all of that product at. When I posted that lingerie try-on haul, it kind of just took on a life of its own, to be honest, because I did not expect for it to reach that many people. You can tell, like, when I made the tutorial, I kind of made it for women versus men finding it and going crazy. That kind of gave me a lot of followers and subscribers from men, and I know that my true intentions for YouTube was to make content for more like in the beauty, like, you know, stuff that more women would be interested in. I wasn't really interested in making like sexual content. I ended up making a Patreon so that that content can be there, those people can be there, and I can have my true followers on YouTube.
So now I'm about to use Tarte Shape Tape just to highlight my face.
Alright, so I'm just gonna take this lighter concealer, which is clearly very light, and I'm just going to tap it on the high parts of my cheekbone. Just gonna take my sponge and kind of keep that product in that area. So at this point, I kind of want to look at my face to see if it's anywhere that I want more coverage, which I do. I want more coverage in my chin area. So I'm going to go ahead and use my foundation once again. And this time I'm going to use my sponge, and I'm going to press in the foundation. And I'm only keeping it down in my chin area because, you know, when you put makeup on, it's kind of like, I use foundation as my base. I don't really use a lot of foundation for too much coverage until after I applied a lot of other product, because a lot of the other product is coverage. So I don't really need to cover my whole face with foundation.
Alright, so now I'm going in with Mrs. OG herself, my favorite, the Becca Pink Haze Translucent.
This is my favorite powder, the Becca Pink Haze. When I first bought it, I was so kind of like iffy because it was pink, but that's my favorite part about it, is that it's pink. So I'm just gonna dip in my sponge, and before I put it onto my face, I tap it onto my hand. And when I place this product on my eye, this is gonna stay there. I'm not gonna take this off. I know a lot of time people like kind of bake, and when they bake, they kind of put a bunch of product up under their eye and then later on brush it off. With this is getting pressed under my eye because it's gonna stay there. I'm not taking this product off. So if I wanted my makeup to stay longer, I would take a brush and dip it into my powder, and I would leave it loose and then kind of do like the baking method and then put that right up under my eye. And this is going over top of the powder product that I already have under my eye. And go up in the center. And I'm gonna just leave that there, and then we're gonna go into contouring.
Alright, so I'm using the Black Radiance Cream Contour Palette.
And I always start off light with contouring. I never go straight in with deep, dark lines. I would if I had like a liquid type of product that I'm contouring with. But I don't. This is like a cream base. So if I was going to the beach, I would be here. Out at night, I'm here. And I go from one point of my eyebrow to the other. I'm gonna go ahead with the smaller brush, and I'm just contouring my nose. There's a lot of product on this brush though, which is what I really didn't want this much product, but it's okay. We'll make do. And anytime I contour my nose, I always take the contour into my eyebrow. The struggles of living in the city. I can't help the city sounds. I always try to record around them, but it's always like that one police car or ambulance that it's just gonna do what it do, so whatever. Blending it out a little bit. I'm not gonna go all the way because I'm gonna use a brush that's gonna blend it out further. All right, so next I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows, and we're gonna do those off camera. All right, so once we have our eyebrows done, I'm gonna take my little brush again that I contour my nose with, and I'm just gonna go up into my eyebrows one more time. And I'm gonna take away that clean, sharp line at the beginning of my eyebrow, because I personally don't like that. I hate the fade, and I hate like a super sharp line. I just like for it to look kind of like natural, like a real eyebrow. And then I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and just blend it out. And when I put my blush on my cheeks, I'm just gonna go in a 8 basically, like literally just drawing an 8 on my face. And I think I put shimmer on this brush the other day. I always put a little bit of blush on my forehead just to kind of give me some color. So I know a lot of people cut their cheeks here, but I feel like I naturally have a strong bone structure where I don't need to like cut my cheeks too. But if I wanted to, the only thing I would do is just use what's left over on my foundation brush and kind of clean it up. To be honest, I like literally never use a concealer on my jawline. I just feel like I just don't like that look. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not doing it right, but I don't know. I just don't like it. All right, so once we did that, we're gonna move on to everybody's favorite part, which is highlighter. So I stopped wearing highlighter. I typically won't wear highlighter, but for this video's sake, I'm gonna put on a highlighter. I started using my blush brush, which is super fluffy, super big. And the only thing I'm gonna do is tap it lightly into my highlighter. So I kind of like lightly and then put it right over top my blush a little bit. And take it straight down the center of my nose. Do a little quick mascara on my bottom lids.
Alright, so next I'm going to use the Wet n Wild lip liner, a Anastasia lipstick, and a e.l.f. lip gloss. And I'm just going to layer all three onto my lips. So when I line my lips, I always keep my lip liner in the center of my lips, similar to like a geisha, how a geisha lips is typically just in the center. That's the way I line my lips because it's going to help my lips to look bigger. So the same with the lipstick, I kind of keep it in the center of my lip. That's the only place I apply the color. And with the lip gloss, I do the same thing, keep it in the center of my lip. And I make it really, really glossy in the center.
Alright, so now we're all done. I'm just gonna take my clips down. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me comments below. Don't forget to thumbs up this video so that I know that you loved it. And don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. I'm out. Peace. Bye.